The polite rock and roller Hiroshi Itsuki surprising true face of Yuya Uchida 11-1. The polite rock and roller Hiroshi Itsuki surprising true face of Yuya Uchida. Yuya Uchida. The unconventional rock and roller, Yuya Uchida, shows his unexpected politeness and shyness. Born in 1932, author Hiroshi Itsuki lived through most of the 100 years of the Showa era, spanning the pre-war, wartime, and post-war periods. Itsuki's memories of music and people are imbued with the breath of the Showa era. This 5-part series will introduce his latest book, Showa no Yun wa Yoru Hiraku, Showa Dreams Open at Night, Shinsho Shinsho. The second installment focuses on a period in the Showa era where rock and youth intersected. A glimpse into the man known as Yuya Uchida. Several volumes of collections of the late Kiki Karin's words from her lifetime have been published, and they have already sold well over 1 million copies in total. I was surprised when I saw a photo in one of them. It was a rare photo of her in front of a French car. Karin was apparently so fond of that car, a Citroën 2CV, that she continued to drive the same model over and over again. I wonder why her books are selling so well, a person from a publishing company asked, sounding somewhat frustrated. Well, general rules don't apply to book sales. But, perhaps the person supporting the sales of her books behind the scenes is a man named Uchida Yuya. I see. So it's his presence, or rather, his non-existence, note, italics in the original text, that supports that book. But this is just my opinion. I guess it's a collaboration between the two of you. The other person looked convinced, but also unconvinced. Last week, while I was sorting through some old magazines to throw away, I came across one with an interview between Uchida Yuya and me. It was a coincidence, but it still struck me as odd. It was the May 1973 issue of New Music magazine. The article was 46 years ago. Let's break the continuity of history with rhythm. The title was a very 70s-esque boast. I stopped tidying up and got absorbed in reading it. The image of Uchida Yuya that spread throughout society is that of a sort of rock trickster. However, the Uchida Yuya in my memory is that of a somewhat earnest young man. The photo of him in the magazine also makes him seem somewhat shy. This conversation took place nearly half a century ago, so I was young at the time. It's funny that I also have scruffy beard and such. Raped by rock. The conversation began like this. Uchida, hello, it's been a while. Itsuki, how long has it been since we last met? Uchida, I wonder, about 4 years, I think. At the end, together with Sawada Kenji. Itsuki, that's right. He was like this, treating me like a senior with the same old-fashioned politeness. When I asked him, have you calmed down a bit recently? Not really, but I was a little shy today, so I haven't returned to my normal self yet. He replied with a wry smile. I started talking in a bossy tone, and he nodded and responded calmly. I see. He nodded and said, Uchida, I have absolutely no confidence in my singing, but I'm thinking of giving it another go. I think the best thing would be to introduce classic rock and roll and have young people who listen to it feel a sense of rhythm. I was born in 1939, and the songs that shocked me the most when I first heard them were Rock Around the Clock and Heartbreak Hotel. When I heard them, I got chills, and it was like I'd been violated, and I couldn't feel anything else from music. The dedication of young people in the Showa era. When the conversation turned to the role of music in the mass media, Uchida suddenly became talkative and spoke as follows. Uchida, to be honest, I've been feeling a sense of confidence in my own way recently, and if I had met Itsuki last year, I think I would have had to bow my head more when I spoke. I think it's the same with books, but once it's finished, it absolutely becomes a different product. For people like Itsuki, and probably Chuyu, Hinokamura Chuyu, the moment they're writing is when they're most moved. For me, as a human being, I'm most moved when I'm just making sounds. I suppose that's where it's different from writing on paper, but I have the advantage of being able to do it raw even in the smallest of spaces. Once it's on record, it becomes a record of what I was doing at the time, or something to reflect on. Chuyu said earlier when he listened to the LP I just recorded, he thought, oh, I guess I was trying to sing beautifully after all. As Uchida Yuya stammered and spoke seriously, his expression was brimming with the earnestness of a young man. People always have many different sides to them. I was reminded that he, too, was a young man of the Showa era. May 16, 2019.